Hello and welcome to well, certainly a unique episode of Jane's Fighters Anthology. Obviously, as many people have heard by the time this video has gone up and most likely even followed, Russia has launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Now, I obviously stand with Ukraine on this. It may be a flawed democracy, but I'll choose that over a fucking dictatorship any day. And I've been hearing a lot of chatter, and I don't know if any of it is true or if it's just propaganda, but I'd like to think it's true. And there's talk of a Ukrainian ace flying a MiG-29 that has shot down up to six Russian aircraft on the first day alone of the invasion. So we're gonna see what we can do to replicate that. So let's see. We'll start 20 miles. Probably. Fuck it. We'll have a bridge. You know what? I don't think we need. I'll take tanks hiding in a city just to guarantee that we spawn in a city. But obviously I have no plans on actually performing that objective. And we will take a pair of MiG-29s in with us. Lowest we can go is 5,000, okay. Cloudy, situation neutral. Custom combat load. And as far as enemies, we'll have some Russian flankers. We will have some Russian frogfoots. And we will have what do we want for our last one? I was gonna say if they had the cub, I'd put that in there. But you know what? I think we're outclassed enough here as it is. So let's move on and... Okay. Fuck the aphids. We only have... I believe Ukraine only has access to older armaments, so certainly not the Adder. Let's say Alamos. And probably... even archers might be a tough one here. Let's just... okay. We'll give ourselves archers. I will make that concession. Well, actually, you know what? It's the modern day. We have the internet. I can look it up. Ukraine Air Force missiles. Let's see. Actually, probably just look at the Archer page itself and see if it was ever exported to Ukraine. It was. Okay, thank God. And I guess I'll double check on the AA-10 Alamo. Operators. It looks like this was also exported to Ukraine. So I think this is a relatively reasonable loadout. 13,000 pounds of fuel. You know what? We're only going to go in with 10,000 pounds. We're going to say this is a short-range defense mission. So this will buy us some maneuverability right off the bat. And let's jump in and see how well we fare. That didn't take long. There we go. I was going to say, do we not have... I know we don't have a great range. There we go. We are going to hit the deck here. Really, that's... The Su-25s are the ones that are targeting me. Okay. Well, no, there's a flanker targeting me. There he is. He's off to the... Alright, let it all out. Come on. Alright, I don't think we're going to get a chance to use our Alamos. Oh, fuck, that was close. Alright, now we're getting into an area where we can kind of match up with them. Alright, let's get one out. There we go. Come on. We are out of flares. But they somehow miraculously missed us. Okay, that one. Where are my allies? I did have two, right? I do want one more try. I swear I put two more MiGs as backup. Yeah, I had two allies. I don't know where the fuck they went, but oh, let's try this again. Alright. What? Oh, I accidentally... Whatever. Alright. We got two off. And I suppose at this rate we should just kind of get in and use what we have. Ah, come on. How could the proximity fuse do this to me? But look at that impressive maneuverability, by the way. Now again, I'm gonna ask, where the fuck are my allies? Woo. Whee. They sure do have a lot of missiles. Alright. Ow. Woo! Unfortunately, I think they're still... Oh, there we go. Ooh, we got killed. Okay, one more try. Let's... Obviously, we're not giving them experienced specters. Where are my goddamn... Let's start at, yeah, no, let's keep it at 20. And, we'll take the, same loadout. Alright, we'll let, I guess we'll be, a little dickish and let these guys go in first. So they do exist. It's just the AI feels the need to impulsively come for me every time. There we go. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay, there we go. I think what's happening here is they're immediately knocking out my wingmen there, such as they are. Oh, for fuck's sake. Come on. We're not going to last long in this fight with There we go. Our fuel tank's going to be gone in like an instant. Really? We don't even get Alright, we got one. More, huh? But we only have 10 left. Oh, he dodged that one. Woo! Oh, out of missiles. Whee! Yeah, I don't think this is gonna work out. No, the only thing I can think of doing, and we can't do it in the quick mission, is we'd have to go Ukraine here. And, Kiev's one of, so we need to see other. Here we go. Which, by the way, as of this video, Ukraine has apparently managed to retake Antonov Airport outside of Kiev, so very happy about that, because of that'll shut down one of Russia's attempts to set up an air bridge into Kiev. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna make the odds a little more in our favor. I don't think I quite have the skills here of yeah, that's what I want. I don't think I quite have the skills here of there we go. Ghost of. Actually, can we get the spaces in there? We can. There we go. And we are going to be Ukrainian. And now let's add a Sukhoi, some Sukhoi 27s. And I should say, one note that's one of the things they didn't mention is what the is what aircraft they scored these victories on. I think one was supposedly a Sukhoi 25, a ground attack aircraft, so that obviously would have been in the oops, did I? Oh, they got all four. Which obviously would have been in the MiG's favor, you know, since the MiG-29 was, you know, designed for air combat, but heading. There we go. We'll have them at 10,000 feet, and as far as screens go, above the arm plane screen on. In any event, weather, cloud cover. I think just for shits and giggles, we're going to, let's see if it's in here. There it is. We're going to put in a, yep, I gotta show. There we go. We're going to put in some stingers just for kicks and giggles. I don't actually expect them to be like a deciding factor at all. But, why not? Because we do know that the Ukrainians have them, and supposedly they've even had success employing them against helicopters at the very least. Certainly there was a Ka-52 Hokum that had to make a forced landing because it looks like a proximity fuse went off near its port side. Okay. So we'll try the we'll try to be a little cheeky this time. You know what? I'm just gonna go all in on archers. There's no way we'll survive long enough with the AA-20s. There we go. So, all right. Oh. They are at the edge of our range here. There we go. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to leave them around some terrain here. Come on, take your shots. I would have thought they'd launched by now. There we go. They have launched, so we're going to just slide right through. Okay, if you're going to track me through a building, that's total bullshit. Which obviously I don't think the Ukrainian pilot is using frickin' skyscrapers for cover, but gotta get creative here. Woo! They're going on full in on the IR missiles now. What? Where the... Did he actually successfully fly through there? Ow, I think we got hit. And they still have more missiles. Woo. We have one flare left. Okay, come on. How do you still have missiles? Jesus Christ. Woo! Okay, yeah. Well, I can't match, 4. Let's try 3. I think my only... I will say I'm learning here, and I think my chance is I'm going to have to hide behind the buildings, but just as they come around, I'm going to have to, I'm going to basically have to make sure I'm turned into them so I can get off all my missiles at once and shove them down their throats. Oh, they have one missile failure already. Alright, we're gonna have to go low to avoid these. And a dash through, I need target locks now. Oh, I hit one. No, I mean, obviously the pilot isn't taking in Ukraine isn't doing this all at once, but you know, this is over the course of a full day, remember. But yeah, I think this goes to show that he's got his work. I mean, obviously this is just a game and it's from God knows how many years ago now. The Russians have improved since then. The Ukrainians, well, haven't really. But this goes to show, you know, just how impressive this feat is, if it's true. And again, I'd like to believe that it's true. But, I mean, generally when you're fighting 3-1, 4-1, I mean, the only place where I could see those odds not being an issue is if you're like an F-15 or F-22 going up against some MiG-21s or something. If you're at even a near-peer opponent with something resembling your capabilities, then you're going to have a hard time. That's just the facts of the matter. Okay. There we go. Oh, that jammer broke a lock right away. No! God damn it. Let's give that one another try, shall we? That is not the maneuver I intended to make. going to pull out, come out, get a target, and then kind of duck back into the city. Alright, there we go. And we're going to reduce our RWR to 5 miles, so I won't be distracted or anything. We'll stay up here for now, so we can bait them into launching their missiles. Woo! Alright. This got to me a little quicker than I had thought they might. Alright, here they are. Ow! I forgot to lay down chaff for that. Wow, okay. I am not hiding behind the buildings very well. But we'll do this again, because I think I can take on 2. As outnumbered as I am. Right. Alright, so... Alright, we don't want to slow down that much. Alright, let's pick up the throttle a little bit. Oh, we have a built-in IR seeker. That's right. That will make things slightly better for us. Alright, jamming on. Oh. Get back behind the building. I was going to say, that's a hell of a turn he's got to pull there to catch up with us. Let's not crash into the ground. Whew, not the view I wanted. Ow. Ah. Fuck. Got one. Not a critical hit, but... Oh, we got one. So yeah, I think, suffice it to say, this, Yeah, as you can see, the AI here is doing a pretty good job of just sticking... I'll give them more, bro. They're doing a really good job of just kind of staying together, which makes it really hard to take them out. Because assuming you survive the initial onslaught of missiles here, then you still gotta, you know, take them down in combat. And that's really difficult when he's got a wingman looking out for him. There we go, we've gone into their ideal range, so now we can kind of run out of it. And we'll see what success that that gives us here. Along with just hitting the fucking deck here. Fuck! Oh man, I am rusty right now, and it shows. We'll try that once more. I know I keep saying that, but I feel like I can at least take on 2. So, I think we were on to something there with basically going in, drawing their fire, running away back to the buildings. Camera on. Alright, run for cover. Alright. Try not to go below 100 feet too much. There we go. Now we can kind of put that building between us. Now they are going to be faster than us, so that's another thing we're going to have to be concerned about here. Alright. We'll dump 4 missiles on him. Alright, we got one. Now it's just the other one. Yeah, I told you I could do this. Oh, you know what? I forgot to cue him in the cockpit view. The downside of having IR on. But now we can fight mano a mano, which still gives him the advantage, but... Alright, there we go. We did it. We finally did it. But you can see what it took for us to actually do him in. So that's why, again, if this guy is real, fucking God bless, man. I think we're going to retreat to the west now and give ourselves a nice landing. Thank you, useless stingers that didn't do anything, even though I dragged them down to your level. But, hey, like I said when I originally put them there, they probably aren't going to do jack shit. Yeah, we used 3,000 pounds of fuel, give or take, in that fight, so... could have gone with less, would have been a little more agile. But, as you can see, there's no need. But, yeah, look at what that took. We had we surprisingly got out without a scratch, but we were heavily using terrain for cover. And, you know, we were kind of doing hit and run, minus the hit part, at least for the beginning. Just to try to drag their missiles out of range and then go in unloaded pretty much everything on one of them right away in order to try to guarantee that kill so we could just have a one-on-one dogfight. Now keep in mind, so obviously we were finally able to win at 2-1. I think. Ah, fuck. Well, that's unfortunate. I think if I worked at it enough, we could probably have gone up to 3-1. But again, what I want to illustrate here is they are outnumbered something like 5-1 in terms of combat aircraft. It's something ridiculous. I don't have the exact numbers off the top of my head, but you know, Ukraine's air force is larger than, say, Iraq's was in either of the Iraq wars, or any of them really. But Russia's is so much larger. So, stay strong, Ukraine. I hope you can drive the Russians out, or at least make them pay for every mile they take. Give them hell, boys.